Hi gang, happy Wednesday. I hope that you are all well. I am back on the couch this Wednesday for another episode of Confessions of a Conveyancer. Gizzy is here with me just on the couch. You can't see him, he's resting. And for all of you that checked in after his operation last week, he is doing amazing. He just had some lumps removed, but all good on the home front. Now, there's a lot of building and construction going on at the moment, and one of the questions that I get asked a lot is, how do you choose a builder? So I really wanted to touch base on this topic tonight because it's something that is more important than what you actually realize, okay? So, and it's something that I get asked all the time is, how do I choose a builder? And if you want to build your dream home, finding the right builder is one of the most important things that you can actually do. So what I'm going to do is go through the don'ts, and then I'm going to go through the do's. And I want you to open your mind a little bit to a couple of things that I'm going to suggest. Thanks for jumping on, Lee. And open your mind, wait till I get, and you will see results. And just remember, if you're building your dream house, having a builder is almost the most important part of it. Most trusted. All right, so here we go. Number one, choosing your builder to build your dream home. Number one, don't rush. You are not buying an ice cream, you are not buying some clothing, and the builders will never expect you to make a rush decision. I don't mean take months, okay? But you are never expected to walk into a display home on a Saturday and sign up and everything at the end of the day. Number one, do not rush. And also, it kind of disrespects the builder. It doesn't give them an opportunity for them to be able to show you what they're all about. No one expects you to rush. No one expects you to buy on the first day that you see a property. That is number one. So do not walk into a display home and get all excited and see the fancy. It's not like a jewelry shop with the pretty lights. Do not buy on day one, and no builder will ever expect you to, okay? Don't rush. Number two, now this is where I'm going to challenge you. I challenge you to your first meeting with builders to not ask them about price. That's right. I want you to make a decision to start off with that has nothing to do about price, and I'm going to explain to you why. If you price match builders, you're devaluing what they do, and if you're asking them to discount their cost, what area of their service should they discount in return? That's the simple thing. Do not start on price. It should never be the starting point of you building your dream home. Should not be comparing builders on price. And I really want you to challenge yourself that for those first meetings, so if you're going to spend a couple of Saturdays going around to display homes and meeting with builders and representatives, I challenge you to try and put pricing out of your mind for that first meeting. I'm going to tell you the do's, what to put into that first meeting, but I really challenge you to look past price, because if you focus on price, you're going to make the wrong decisions. All right, stick with me. I know that is super hard to do, but it's definitely not about price. Hi AH, thanks for jumping on. Don't choose on one display home, okay? So you walk into a brand new display home, it looks amazing, it's got this amazing styling, you love everything about it, the gardens. Do not choose just on one display home. That is absolutely crucial, okay? That is just one little minuscule of everything they can provide, and not only that, it's the best of the best that they have, and every builder has that. That's knocking any of them, they're amazing, that's what they do. But you need to do some more background in the background. AH, you threw me then. AH, we are talking tonight about how to choose a builder. This is a really kind of controversial topic. My biggest bomb that I just threw at people is to try not to choose on price, and daring you to have those first meetings and not even talk about price. So they're the don'ts. The don'ts are, don't rush, don't choose on price, try and not even bring pricing into that very first conversation. Never ask them to match a price because it devalues what they do. And if you're asking a builder to discount their costs, then what area of their service should they discount in return? You don't want that, so you don't want to ask that. Last of all, never choose on the first display home. So they're the don'ts, but let's go into the do's. Do write a shortlist. Spend some weekends going around looking at display homes and then go and make a shortlist. So you've gone around 10 display homes. You've then decided to make a shortlist of the ones that you love, and yet none of them you have decided on price. This part is crucial, okay? And I'm gonna get into why. You've made your shortlist. Then you really want to go more into the shortlist. So on your shortlist, you have picked builders that you love the feel of their houses, the looks of their houses, the quality, all right? Then the next steps are, that is your shortlist. So you've probably got maybe 3 builders on your shortlist, okay? And you haven't chosen on price. Have I drilled that in? Price does not matter yet. You've got your shortlist of builders. Here is one of the most important fundamentals of choosing your builder. Trust. 100% trust. You need to find a builder that you can have a really transparent, open, communicative relationship, because this is going to be a 6-month process where you're going to be really relying on them. You need to be trusting them, and they're taking your dreams and working with you. So trust and relationship is one of the most important parts of the building process. If you are building your dream home and you choose a builder that you're not feeling connected with, that you're feeling that you can't contact all the time, that you're feeling like they're not personally invested in your dream, you're not going to have a good experience. And you're probably going to end up selling the house instead of living there for 10 years. That is what you want to have. You want to have an experience. You want to have a builder that's truly passionate about creating those dreams for people. A lot of really good builders out there, that is why they do it. They don't do it just for the money. They do it because they love to create those dreams. It's all about trust, relationship, communication, okay? Have those conversations. Sit down and talk to them. None of them are in a rush. They understand that this is the largest financial decision that you're ever going to make. They don't expect you to walk in there and make a decision half an hour. They expect you to go in there and have a cup of tea, get to know them, find out who will I be talking to. So who will be the site manager? Who will help me with my costs? Trust, okay? And this is on your shortlist, all right. Then comes reputation. If reputation, it's true, it precedes itself. So have you ever on a weekend gone around a new estate and there's brand new houses everywhere, you know, a couple of years old, and you would just see people driving really slow around the estates? Happens all the time. Don't be afraid to be that person. Go and find out where your shortlisted builders have built and go and drive around, because you know what? 9 times out of 10, you can even knock on someone's door and they will tell you about their experience. Now, I know I built about 5 years ago. Obviously, I'm in the industry as well, but I still see people drive around my estate all the time. And yes, we all know, because they do the Sunday driving where it's almost annoying because they're driving so slow. But if someone puts their window down and says to me, hey, who built your home? How was the experience? I am more than happy to share. And that's just not me. People who love their building experience will love to tell you. So go and drive around, because remember also, those aren't the pretty display homes. They're the ones that have been lived in for a few years and you can see what they really look like. Reputation is so key. And another little trick to find out if your builder has an amazing reputation is looking at houses that they sell 20 years on. If you get your local Domain, Board of Mail, whatever it is, houses for sale, and you have a look through and you have a look at houses that are about 20, even 40 years old, it doesn't matter. Houses that have been built by a builder with a really good reputation will actually say, built by ABC Homes. It will actually say it on there. Even if it's 40 years old, if it is built by a really good builder that has an amazing reputation, it will say that there, because people know the quality and they say, oh, 40 years on, I can still go and buy it because it has that quality. If you see a house and it doesn't say anything, it usually gives you a little indication of it is not worth them advertising who built this house 20 odd years ago. So that's a little tick and trip. So definitely flick through or online, have a look at properties that are for sale, that have been for sale and, our older properties, because if you see certain builders popping up all the time as being advertised that they built this home 20 years ago, then you know full well that it's really respected in that area. All right, so you've prepared your shortlist. You've decided which you can trust. Then you've got price, okay? Price is last. And I know a lot of people might think that that might be seeming irresponsible. If you choose another builder and they were $10,000 cheaper than someone else you wanted to go with, you will lose that money tenfold. You won't have the experience that you want. You'll probably end up not spending more on extras, trying to fill that gap about the excitement that you wanted to have. So you need to be really conscious not to choose just on price. And another trick is, when it gets to the price should be the last bit. You've chosen your shortlist. You've decided who you can have the best relationship with. You've driven around neighborhoods and you've spoken to people and looked at reputations, looked online to see what their reputation is like, and spoken to people in those neighborhoods. Then you might have 2 left after this. Let's say you do, and you want to then compare on price. The biggest thing you need to do is make sure, are we distracting you, Peter? You are actually. That and Gizmo licking his butt over there, that's distracting me as well. And price. This is the tricky bit. You cannot compare apples with oranges. There can be so much in a building contract that you cannot see or that you cannot see. So important. If you're gonna get 2 quotes, you need to make sure you're looking at apples and you're looking at apples, because they can be completely different. One builder might say this is $500,000, this builder might say it's $510,000, so you think the cheaper one is better. The more expensive one, however, includes $15,000 worth of fencing, it includes council fees, yada, yada, yada. So don't be bedazzled by the end figure. If it gets to the nitty gritty and you've chosen your builder on trust and reputation and you are needing to decide just on price, you need to make sure, sit down with a pad and paper, itemize it all, because they will never be apples for apples quotes. You need to do the homework yourself, okay? So gang, don't rush. Challenge yourself to have those first meetings and do not talk about price. I really challenge you, because you'll find that you have different conversations with your builder. You will speak to them about perhaps their love of the area, about what type of building they like, what type of feel you want to have, and you'll really start to see that you connect with them in a different way, because it's not a price-driven conversation. They do not expect that you're going to make that decision on the first day, and they do expect that you're going to be comparing them to other builders. They expect that you will be looking around. They will also respect you if you don't just come up with them with price, okay? Don't ask them to price match. Remember, if you want a builder to price match, if you want them to discount your costs, then where should they discount their service? What area of their building should they discount? Think about it that way. You don't want someone to discount. This is going to be your dream home. For everything to be imperfect, it needs to all be lined up, it needs to be valued, and it needs to be there. Do choose on trust, relationships, respect, open communication, transparency, and most of all, an amazing relationship that you have. And choose a builder that you truly feel is really invested in the journey for you. Thank you. There's so many people jumping on. I haven't had a chance to say hello to you all. You can tell I'm talking about something that I'm passionate about. And I love the building industry, full disclosure. It is probably I feel like I'm choosing between 2 children, but it is one of my favorite areas, is dealing with construction, residential construction. So you can tell I'm really passionate about it. I talk to builders all the time, and you can see right through the ones that are not there because they want to build dreams for people. That's who you want in your corner. And think about it. You spend $20,000 more on a build to have the right builder. What's that over 30 years? $20 a week to have the house of your dreams, the life that you wanted, and the experience that you wanted. So gang, that's it. I can see that you are all just having a conversation between yourselves on my Facebook. Bonfield, Mannix, Haley, Amanda, Lee. I saw heaps of you jump up on there, but I just couldn't pause. I'm going to finish off with a confession, because I always finish with a confession. This one's actually a bit not embarrassing. It's a little bit kind of, I'll just get to it. Every single Wednesday, if you follow me on social media, I write a quote and I publish quotes on all my social medias, and it's always either business related, property related, personal development related. Anyway, you've seen them. I do all of my social media religiously, same as these. You can rely on me, they're there. Well, the public holiday threw me and I forgot. Out of how long I've been doing everything, it's the first time I have ever just completely slipped my brain. My reminder went off and I thought it was Tuesday. And so I'm sorry you didn't get any quote today. I don't know how I stuffed my schedule. It is true, the schedule queen who does everything and works a million hours because she loves it actually completely forgot to bring you a quote. So I promise I will do it later. I can't believe I actually forgot. I was laughing at myself as well. Thanks Bonfield. But Amanda, can you believe I forgot something like that? You know how religious I am about my social media. I plan it for a month and the whole public holiday threw me. Guys, thank you so much for jumping on. I love this topic. You can tell I love this topic. I love builders that create solutions and build dreams for people and make the great Australian dream is bricks and mortar and having family barbecues in the summer, having your dog, building the pool, whatever. Make it work for you. Build real connections with people. And you know what? I have some builders that I would probably say are friends for life. And that's not just because I work for them, because they're bloody good people. Bonfield, rub it in. Kate, it's amazing to see you. Yes, and actually that's a really good point, Kate. It is a long-term relationship because guess what? Next time you build, you use the same builder. Next time you do a renovation, you get them back. You ask them for advice. You tell your family and friends, and that creates that circle, and they will respect that. And I was talking before about don't ask your builders for a discount. Here's a little trick. A good builder won't discount because you're a new client, but they will give you a discount because you're loyal to them on the second and third build. That is worth more to them than the discount at the start. So think about it that way. Discount for loyalty. Don't discount because you are price matching. That's it, gang. One more confession just because I'm going to go watch Trashy, My Kitchen Rules, Married with Married at First Sight, because I love a little bit of trash at the end of the night. It's my way to relax. Thanks, gang. It was amazing to see you. See you next week.